Good morning, boys and girls. This is math lesson 16-2, and we are going to learn about telling time to the quarter. What's that? Yep, we can tell time to the quarter. Even though quarter is a money word, our clock can be divided into quarters too. So, thinking back about money, how many quarters are there in a dollar? Did you say 4? Give yourself a pat on the back. Okay, 4 quarters in a dollar, and there are 4 quarters to the clock. So I'm going to grab the clock that we made the other day, and I'm going to get a marker, and we're going to draw a line from the 12 down to the 6. Okay. Looks like this. Okay, but this isn't 4 quarters. This is a half and a half. So guess what we call it when the minute hand is down here on the 6? We call it half past because we've divided, I'll move it so you can see my line. We've divided the clock in half. So when the minute hand is pointing straight down, it is half past. Now what could we do to get 4 quarters that are even? What do you think we could do? Did you say draw a line from the 6 to the 9 and we'll get our quarters? Yep, that's right. Let's do that now. So here's my clock with my 4 quarters. Now, the 4 quarters are what we look at with the minute hand, the long one. So if the minute hand is touching the 3, we call this a quarter past the hour. So it's a quarter past, if I move this to here, it would be a quarter past, what is that, 9? Can't read backwards. This is a quarter past 9 o'clock. All right, and then if it comes down here, this, and then halfway between 9 and 10, this would be half past. Remember we divided the clock in half, we cut it in half. Now, oh dear, it won't stay in place. When we move to here, my hour hand is not cooperating. This is called the quarter till because we have this last quarter right here until we get to the next hour. So we call this the quarter till because it's a quarter till the next hour. All right, so let me get my little Judy clock. What's this one called? Quarter past. What's this one called? If the minute hand was down here, this is called half past because it's half of the clock. And if the minute hand is up here, what's that one called? Quarter till. So we have quarter past, half past, quarter till. All right, so that's how we're going to be telling time today. We're going to say quarter past, half past, quarter till. Practice telling time to those quarters. So here's your first time on the Judy clock. Okay, what time is that? Quarter past 1. All right, let's see if you can get this time right. Okay, so remember from our lesson on Tuesday, I think it was Tuesday, you want to say the hour first. So it's between 3 and 4, but it didn't reach 4 o'clock yet. So we go back to 3. So the hour is 3 and the minute hand's pointed to the 6, which is what special time? Half past. So this is half past 3. Now this one is really tricky. See the hour? It's between 10 and 11, but it hasn't reached 11 yet, so we would call this 10. But here's where we're going to get tricky. What is this quarter called? That one right there. That one is called a quarter till. So it's a quarter till, what hour is it going to be? That's why it's tricky. So when we say this time, we say 11:15. All right, it's a tricky one. Okay, so do you think you have the quarters of the hour? Okay, we are going to get tricky. We are going to write the digital time as well as being able to tell the time two different ways. Ready to try? Okay, what time is on the clock? Okay, start with your hour first. Okay, the hour would be 2 because it's the hour hand's pointing between the 2 and the 3, but it hasn't reached 3 yet, so it's still in the 2 o'clock hour. So digitally, we write 2, and it's pointed straight down. That is the half past, but we can't write that digitally. 2 half past with words. So we have to count by 5s, starting up here, count by 5s, until we reach where the minute hand is. Ready? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So this time digitally, 30. So get a piece of paper and let's write that digitally. You write 2 with a colon, dot, dot, 30. This is how you write 2:30 digitally. Now, what's another way to say that time? Remember the Judy clock? And what quarter of the clock is that? It is 2:30. So we can say that time two different ways. We can say, oh, it's 2:30, or we could say it's 2:30. Here's the next time I want us to do. This one is here. Okay, start with the hour. We're going to do this digitally first. Okay, so we look at the short hour hand. It's between 6 and 7. So we go back to the 6. So on your paper, we want to write 6, dot, dot. And now we have to count by 5s till we get to this. And it is one of the quarters, but we need to know what digital time it is. So count by 5s. Ready? Start here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. So 6:45 digitally. Let's write that on your paper now. So on your paper, you should have 6 colon, which is the dot dot, 45. All right, now let's tell it another way. When you look at the Judy clock, what quarter is that? It's the quarter till. So that's what I'm going to write on my paper, quarter till. Now, the tricky part comes, what is going to be the next hour? What is this a quarter till? So it's going from 6, and the next hour will be what? Yeah, 7. So on your paper, that time is a quarter. Can you see it? Here we go. A quarter till 7. Going to change it up on you one more time, but I promise this is easier. All right, so here is the time on the Judy clock. Okay, start telling time with the hour first. We're going to write this digitally on our paper. So one more time, here's the time. What's the hour? 7. So put 7 on your paper with a dot dot. Okay, now count by 5s from the o'clock. And what is the minutes? Okay, I'm going to write it down. Let's check and see if you counted right. Okay, ready? On the count of 3, let's hold our papers up. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Did you say 7:20? Way to go. All right. Now, you know how we were saying the time quarter after? Well, we can do that same thing with this. But it's not on the quarter, is it? No, the quarter would be the 3. But what we do is we count the minutes. which you already did. Ready? 5, 10, 15, 20. And we say this time is 20 minutes after, what was our hour? 7. 20 minutes after 7. I'm going to write that on my paper right now. So 20 minutes after 7. So we can tell any time on the clock by saying the time, like 7:20. We can also say that same time as 20 minutes after 7. And if it's on the quarters, we can also say quarter after, half past, quarter till. But on the quarter till, it's a quarter till the next hour. That's the only tricky thing about that. Okay, so the last thing we're going to talk about is AM and PM. So when we're looking at an analog clock like this, we don't know if it's 7:20 AM or 7:20 PM. Now, if you were just to wake up and go look at your clock and it says this, you know automatically it's 7:20 AM because you woke up and it's morning, and morning is the AM hours. What would you be doing at 7:20 PM in the evening? Well, I don't know about you, but if it's nice out, I'm outside. I have a lot of work I'm doing in my garden, and I'm getting my vegetable garden ready to plant. So at 7:20 p.m. in the evening hours, I'm outside. End today's lesson with a riddle. It goes like this. James arrives home at 6 o'clock p.m. 15 minutes later, he begins his homework. What time did James start his homework? Okay, I'll read it one more time. James arrives home at 6 p.m. 15 minutes later, he starts his homework. What time did he start his homework? Okay, so on your clock, I'll use the one we made. He got home at 6 o'clock, which would look like this. And 15 minutes later, he starts his homework. So 5, 10, 15. What time is this? What time did he start his homework? He started his homework at 6:15, or that's on the quarter. We could say he started his homework at a quarter after 6. 2 ways to say the same time. Okay, boys and girls, practice, and you have a quiz tomorrow on telling time to the quarter, half past, and quarter till. See you in the next video. Bye.